everybody, Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Linksys RE6700. This is an AC1200 amplifier or Wi-Fi range extender. I just picked it up, roughly $120 US, launched at the end of June, and in my opinion, probably the best solution if you already own a Linksys router and are looking to extend your wireless network without compromising the quality of that connection. So basically, as you can see already, Linksys going for a low-profile look, something that isn't going to look like a router or a modem, which I think is a good thing, without giving up the actual function of the product, which is really bridging your network to a larger space. And that's exactly the process I'm going through. I recently moved. Some of you may have subtly noticed because things are changing here in the studio, and it meant that I needed to pump up that WRT 1900, which is a great router, and I've been enjoying it ever since Linksys or Belkin, I should say, sent it out to me for review, but it was time to extend its capability, and that's exactly where this comes in. Now, you could go with a different manufacturer. I've tried it myself. I tried out an amped wireless bridge or extender, and it simply failed miserably. And even if you get something that is AC dual band capable, I'm telling you right now, if you stick with the same brand as your router, you're going to inherently see better performance. The handshake is better. I don't know if this is something done intentional by manufacturers. It would make sense that it is. But at any rate, let's get right down to it. So for $120, as I mentioned, low profile. It does give you a repeater so you don't lose the socket you're using. It does have one Ethernet port so you can still have a hardwired output, even though this is a very small device considering its power and capability. You can see works with any router. Again, that's a claim all manufacturers will make, but I've already reiterated I recommend sticking with the same brand across your entire network for the best capable bridge that you're going to get. Crossband technology, I did mention it's dual band. They're telling you great for Wi-Fi audio. That's something I'll be testing as well because I do have Sonos speakers here in-house, so it's going to make sense to see how that performs, as well as beamforming technology, things we all expect in a modern, latest and greatest bridge like this. You can see right here on the side of the box your audio jack right there, as well as a gigabit port, and self-explanatory really. On the back of the box, Linksys just giving you a diagram to show you how you can really put this anywhere in your house. It doesn't need to be, near the router because of the fact that it does have that low profile repeater form where you can just plug it in, so it's really where it needs to be in order to truly bridge the network rather than being near a router or somewhere where it's not going to necessarily provide the type of range that you actually want in a bridge device like this. But it's pretty much it. The wireless sound feature is something that's cool, but clearly if you have Sonos speakers, you don't need something like this. And again, just reiterating everything I've already told you, including the ease of installation and setup. So let me go ahead and get it out of the box. A little bit of paperwork right here, to be expected, of course, with any product. And basically, again, just talking about how this is going to extend your network and a quick setup guide. Regulatory information, not really of any interest, but here's the unit itself. And I am excited about this because it actually coincided with my move perfectly that Linksys came out with this. And I told you I already tried other extenders and they really have not been up to snuff. So I'm hoping for better performance out of this. In fact, I'm expecting it, not hoping. And there you have it. Really simple, white finish, not very large. You can see palm of my hand, whereas traditionally a quality extender could be literally almost the size of your router. In fact, the previous generation of this, the RE6500, was close to the size of a router or at the very least a modem. You can see right there, wall plug, so that's just going to plug right into your outlet. Two antennas here. I will be keeping them in this orientation. And then, as I mentioned before on the box, you could see that we have an audio jack as well as that Ethernet port right there. So if you still need a hardwired connection where this is going to be, you have it. If you're going to put this, let's say, in a living room and just have it floating because that's the best place for your bridge, then you probably aren't going to utilize this Ethernet jack. But if you have something like an UMA or any other VoIP device that does require a hard line, this is another great way of bringing a hard line to your UMA or other VoIP device that does not have a hard line, let's say in the same room where your actual phone system is. But that's pretty much it, nothing else in box. And again, at $120, it may sound expensive, but I can assure you that when it comes to these devices, every generation, at least in this sort of class, dual band, AC compatible, beamforming, you're looking at least $100 US. So this is right where it should be. And I think, again, the form factor and capability, if it proves actually capable, is right on point with solving a home networking or office networking problem that generally can become a very big headache if you try to use other routers as bridges. I've already attempted to do that, and because they're not the same brand, they simply do not want to play together nicely. I did not think I was going to need one of these. As I mentioned before, I did try the amped wireless solution, and it just failed miserably. If you have an entire network built around them, that's one thing, but as I continue to reiterate, you want to stay brand specific. And right here we have an activity light, which will not only denote whether or not this thing's ready to rock, but also whether or not the quality of the signal is strong enough, because that's another thing you have to make sure of when you set this up. You want it positioned so that it's close enough to the router to carry a quality signal to the rest of your entire network. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share it with all of you. Again, the Linksys RE6700 bridge. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. And of course, as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.